Oh, yeah, baby. We're back before Clark the Shark was so rudely interrupted by himself and his lack of data. Here with the golden EIB, Verizon Samsung Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, you guys. It's golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's beautiful. It's the best in the business. It's not even, you guys, there's no comparison. I don't know if it's my life experience or just my boredom, but my muse is futility or something. It's the most interesting talk radio since Dr. Demento. And a lot of people say Clark the Shark's really good. He's awesome. He's number one. But he will never, ever, ever be Dr. Demento. You know, better than Stern, the douchebag, or Michael Weiner, Savage Weiner, whatever his name is. The great one, Mark R. Levin, author of Men in Black, and the other great one, Wayne R. Gretzky, NHL, genius, expertise at hockey. And of course, Hush Bimbo, the master, the greatest of all time. Clark the Shark destroys him. Eminem, Dr. Dre, those guys pale. They don't even try, you guys. The rap people, you know, Ice Cube, Kanye West. Dude, I fucking eat you guys for lunch. Don't even dream that you are in a league with the almighty, fabulous Dr. Shark MD. You know, Bill O'Reilly, he's talented and, he's getting old. Have you seen him on YouTube? The fucking guy's like 85. He's so yesterday, you guys. Me, Clark the Shark, I might be 85 too also, but I'm a more cultured and interesting 85. You guys, I'm just kidding. I'm only 60. I'm up there. And I think you got to be sad, miserable, boring, and have a lot of futility and just giving the fuck up to be great. You do, you guys. I don't care if you skydive or you go bungee jumping with Dave Grohl. He does a lot behind his wife's back. You know, he made a baby? What an interesting guy. And all you guys adore and love the guy, or he's the nicest guy in rock. You guys, I knew in 1994, 95, when he first formed the Douche Fighters, that the guy was a fucking douchebag. It's not a band. It's him playing all the shit alone in the studio, and then it turned into a band over time. You know, me, Clark the Shark, I was kind of doing the same thing with GE, the Greenhouse Effect, back in the day. But, thank God I kind of got lucky, and, a lot of people like to watch my shit on Google, Blogger, or wherever. I've been banned 8, 9, 10 accounts or more at YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm harmless. I'm very benign here on the Clark the Shit Show. The Clark the Shark Radio Extravaganza, Paramount music listening, reviews, and hard-hitting political commentary, or, sexual talk, sort of like K-Rock Love Line. Me, you can call me Shark Corolla. Call me if you have any of those problems. You guys take L-arginine. It will solve a lot of your shit. It does make you dizzy, though, you guys. It kind of fucks you up. It makes your heart speed up and shit, or you feel like you're fucking dying. But at least at 4 a.m, you might want to have sex. Even me, Clark the Shark, at age 60, if I'm taking L-arginine and watching a fucking hell of a lot of porn, I'm going to want to get laid at 3:36 a.m., just so long as I have me some L-arginine earlier in the day. Take it about 2 o'clock, you guys, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But don't be like Dave Grohl. Don't have a wife and 3 kids and then cheat on them. If you do that, you're just a fucking complete scumbag loser. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Clark the Shark would never, dude, you guys can say all the bad things about me that you want, but I would never cheat on my wife. You know, I might be at fucking Pornhub all night or some shit, but I won't physically go be with another girl behind her back. I mean, dude, I'm 5'6". Look at me. Who the fuck wants me? Even God is like, dude, I'm just going to let you into heaven. Like, whether you deserve it or... You're fucking pathetic, Shark. It's like the first thing God's going to say to me. You know, Dave Grohl's cheating on his wife, Jordan, and having a baby out of wedlock. And everyone fucking worships this loser. But the first thing God is going to say to me is like, you're pathetic, Sharky. Here, go in. And I'll be like, what? Do what? And he's like, get here. Am I going, are you letting me into heaven? And he's like, Clark the Shark, I never knew you. And I'm like, uh-oh, shit. That's what, like, Bible shit. And he's like, but you know what? Go on. Just fucking go. I don't care. And I'll be like, well, dude, what? God, bro, if you don't want to let me into heaven, don't let me in. Send me to hell. He's like, no, just get in there, Shark. I don't care. And I'm like, well, will I ever see you again? He's like, no, go have fun. Knock yourself out, Sharky. 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, God, if you let me into heaven, can I bring the Kinks, give the people what they want with me? And he's like, no, you can never listen to that again, Shark. And I'll be like, dude, what? No Kinks, bro. You know, I was 16, 1981, Lord, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, you got to let me listen to the Kinks. And he's like, no, I don't like it. It's rebellious. It's not like scripture, you know, the Bible. I don't like that Ray Davies sardonic futility. He reminds me of you, Clark the Shark, and, you know, I don't like it. I'm all, you're going to let Ray into heaven, aren't you? And God's like, I don't know about him. And I'm like, well, why, dude, why are you letting me in? And he's like, well, because Shark, you're pathetic. I'm like, dude, why do people say that about me? What did I do, God? And all you people out there that is so pathetic that you'll just let me into heaven. And everyone's like, Shark, don't you get it, bro? And I'm like, no, I don't get this. I've had like a swimming pool guy say this. Like, here, dude, here's $1,000. And I'm all, what are you giving me $1,000 for? I haven't worked yet. And he's all, because you're pathetic. Dude, I'm not kidding, dude. I get by on that shit my whole life. Someone's like, here, just take this and go. I'm all, what? Do what? Here, I'm going to buy you Jack in the Box, or I'm going to buy you a McDonald's, Shark. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because you're pathetic. 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shit Show, where it's always fabulous here, you guys. It's amazing. Incredible talk radio, #1 worldwide on WABC radio, syndicated, of course. Big on the moon, you know. Did you guys see the moon last night? It was fucking trippy. Big on Venus. Of course, you guys. Big on, like, dude, fuck's wrong with my thing here? Mystery. Big on of Earth, of course. Only Rogan, you know, Howard Douchebag, and Michael Weiner are comparable. Big on Saturn and, of course, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, all the aliens, Martians. They want to get into heaven too, and God's like, no, not you guys. You're not saved. And they're like, God, why are we not saved? And he's like, because you guys don't listen to Clark the Shark, 1-800-449-8255. And of course, number one on Uranus, the Clark the Shark show. But as great as I am and as incredibly genius, superior, talented, gifted, and just fucking all around stellar, I will never be Ray Davies, you guys. Dude, I really am tired right now. I got 3-4 hours of sleep. I was doing Uber Eats all night with the wife, once again. And right now it's about 12 or something, dude. It's like 12:27 on, I guess it's Friday, November 21 or November 22. I'm not sure. But yeah, man. Thanksgiving's coming up, you guys. It's going to be lonely for Sharky as always, because I don't talk to my family. Now I don't talk to my wife's family either. My wife's family has a problem. They won't man up to the one guy, or something. And yeah, that's a bunch of drama, you guys. I'm right on that one. I don't care what anyone says. If there's one guy and the whole family won't man up to him or something, and then Clark the Shark is analyzing the whole situation for what it's worth or for what it is, then you better trust and listen to Clark the Shark on that. You should, you guys, seriously. But I'm not here to talk about family drama or Thanksgiving or Christmas or El Camino College or the fact I didn't get any fucking sleep last night. And I'm never up at 12:30, you guys. Usually I sleep all day till 7 p.m. It's dark when I get up. And then I drink coffee and go do Uber Eats all the way till 7 in the morning a.m. when it's light again. The sun's coming around the earth. The earth, the perfect distance, and all that, you guys. Oxygen-rich atmosphere. All the things the earth needs. It's the moon, the seasons, the tilt. If the earth didn't have every one of them, you guys, we would all be dead. And God's like, you tell him, Sharky. You tell him. You guys, there is a God. Don't make fun of God. I do here on the show. But God's like, Sharky, what do you got against reality? You're like an existentialist, or you're like a narcissist nihilist, Sharky. I don't know what your fucking problem is. I'm like, God, I just think everything's weird. And he's like, what is weird? And I'm like, tall, good-looking people get everything, and hot girls get everything, and lucky people get everything, and, the life's lottery winners and shit, God. And he's like, you're starting to sound like a liberal, Sharky. And I'm like, well, maybe liberals are onto something. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show, 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, you guys, because I will send you a bag of my spit in a Ziploc bag. If you call my number, I will, you guys. And I guarantee you, my guarantee is my spit will be the best DNA you will ever get. And I only charge $9.95 for it with PayPal right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Clark the Shark Talk Radio, baby, where the Kinks give the people what Shark wants. 1981. Now, this album did something to me and for me or something. I love all the Kinks, as you guys know. Especially that period where they were on RCA. I love that, you guys. Harry Nilsson was on RCA, David Bowie, Elvis, and Clark the Shark. I signed all of them, you guys. It was because of me. But it's almost like the Kinks are so good or something. They exist without me, yours truly, Clark the Shark. And if Ray Davies could, he'd just point at me and go, what a fucking retarded douchebag idiot. I think Lou Reed would actually entertain. He'd be like, the guy's an idiot, but he's funny. Ray Davies wouldn't even think I'm funny. He'd just shake his head and walk away like, what a fucking dumbass. And that would be a badge of honor if Ray Davies called me a dumbass. And if you guys want to know something funny, I actually met Ray and Dave Davies backstage at Irvine Meadows, 1985, at a show in Orange County, California, when I was like 20. And I was trying to get this girl to go with me to it. And this girl that I really liked or, loved her. And she didn't go, but it was weird. It was really creepy. I was like 20, and I think she was like much younger, like 16 or 17 or. But anyway, dude, I'm not here to talk about her either. I'll do a whole video dedicated to her. I'm talking about something more intelligent today at 12:32 p.m. Friday, November 21 or 22. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm talking about the Kinks. Give the Sharky what he wants. Just an incredible album, you guys. Now, let's frame this. Let's put it all in perspective here. 1981, I was 16, April 27th, 1981. A couple months after that, this comes out, August 81. Of course, 81, 82, I was a, junior? You get a little bit more seniority or something. There were, at South High, I was just a kid that would leave the school and go to the liquor store or something, or no friends, just total loser kids or nerds. And then what was weird is like stoners and potheads or, might hang out. No jocks, none of that. Pretty girls, no. The people I knew were just complete douchebags like me. Clark the Shark, that's how I got into the music. Later on, down at 251 Paseo de Gracia in the basement, in the dungeon, in the cellar. In that room, recording demos, tearing holes in speakers, and creating grunge. 1982, 83, 84, 85. And then, of course, the rest is history. I met Steve Stepanian. That was an interesting band, the Soul Clinic. But then, of course, later on, Phil Keegan. And holy shit, what a band, man. Three-piece. Phil, me, and Ted. Ted Ropp. Rick Carmody, the guy from the One-Handed Readers. But in the Greenhouse Effect, he was an important institution feature of the band, a great bass player. But Flipper, Phil Keegan, Dr. Phil, amazing on guitar. Incredible. Still to this day. The greatest guitarist I've ever played with, maybe other than myself, Clark the Shark. When I was on guitar in GE, I think in some weird, twisted way, it got even better. I wasn't like as fast as Phil or something, but my style, that bluesy shit that I play on Winer's Diners, Ben is Dead, Star, all those songs. It's mandatory, you guys. And even the South Bay punk scene. I mean, we weren't really a punk band around Redondo Beach, Torrance, Hermosa Beach, playing all those shows at Wilson Park. But we had something that like everyone like respected or something, or punks and heavy metal guys were like, what the fuck is this? And I just had to mail it to, I would mass produce like 1,000 tapes and mail them to SST Records, of course, Black Flag. And then, I started mailing them to major labels like Geffen and Capitol and Sony. And I would get responses. I mean, I'm talking 1984, 85, 86, long before Blake Douchebag and, that Seattle shit. There was Clark the Shark and pretty much talking to the same people who would later sign Blake. But I don't want to go into all that shit, you guys. I want to talk about the Kinks. Give the Sharky what he wants, 1981, because this album was important to me. It was a building block with Clark the Shark or something. It was, it was an important album. It was, you guys. Give the Sharky what he wants. And the thing about this album, I'm going to go into the track listing. I don't care what the stars say, this should be a 5. Ray Davies, Futility, his muse, his misery, But then again, no, he's like this intelligent fucking, just this fucking genius guy, And Dave Davies, totally different. Ray Davies, You read my other reviews of the guy. I mean, I can't describe him. He's unhappy. He has nervous breakdowns and shit. I mean, I think he had like 3 or 4. And I know what that's like. You guys have had those. And, I need the Clark the Shark show to keep sane sometimes. But Around the Dial, track number 1, side 1, this album just starts out incredibly with one of my favorite Kinks songs. It starts out of the gate rocking, kind of like a rock opera, like The Who, or maybe The Tubes' Remote Control. I compare this album, the way it starts, to like, not really The Who, Tommy, but like, not like that, but it's a story. It's all connected like that, kind of. Maybe more like the Who by Numbers. The introspection and misery and self, not self-doubt or not assured. It's nothing like that. It's like self-muse of like self-intellect with Ray Davies. I can't describe it. You just gotta, get into it. It's one of a kind. It's once in a lifetime perspective. But Around the Dial, man, the way he's talking about, was it something that you said to the corporation guy upstairs? That's Clark the Shark. I probably said the wrong thing to Gary Gersh and Craig Aronson and Tommy Mottola and all these other guys in Hollywood, the guys at BAM Magazine. But I spoke my mind, you guys. I shoot from the hip. I say what's on my brain. I don't give a shit what people think. That's who I am. That's how I am on the Clark the Shit Show. Clark the Shark, 1-800-449-8255. Yeah, baby. When you're at the golden EIB Sharkerphone, it's not a microphone. It's a Sharkerphone. That's why it's number 1 worldwide. And Give the People What They Want, track 2, is what I do. Me, Sharkadoodle-doo, the Sharkalama Ding Dong. What a song. Give the people what Shark wants. I love the line where he's like, When Oswald shot Kennedy, he was insane, and still we watch the replays again and again. Everyone's just in suspense as the killer takes aim. Hey there, Ma, there goes a piece of the Sharky's brain. Give the people what they want. So you see, you guys, the first 2 songs, Around the Dial and Give the People What They Want, this album is off and rocking and cooking, baby. And then it kind of switches gears. Killer's Eyes. We've heard this melody progression a lot. The Supremes and maybe Harry Nilsson and, do, 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 do. Like the Beatles, like Dick McQuickley. When I call you up, your mind's engaged. Killer's Eyes is kind of a rehash melody, maybe even a ripoff, but it becomes its own thing, its own vehicle in a way. Yeah, I'm sick of that progression, you guys, but I love the song. And I love what it's talking about, like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson type of shit, Son of Sam. I don't know. I think it's about the Son of Sam. I'm not sure, you guys, but Killer's Eyes, melodic, awesome. You're going to hear it and go, Sharky, we've heard this hook or this progression a lot. If there's one song, I'm not really wild about on the album, it might be Predictable. It's still kind of good, but it's kind of a drag, dude. Side 1 is so good with these first 3 songs, but then Predictable, you're like, the song is predictable, like predictable. It's ironic. It is what it is, you guys. And I kind of like it, though. It's kind of, funny. You're sitting there, and it's like making fun of you as you're listening to it. Something only like Frank Zappa or Ray Davies could or would do. Maybe Pete Townsend, if you're dumb enough to sit through the whole Who by Numbers and listen to Pete's miserable life, you deserve it or something. I don't know. But Add It Up, track 5, side 1. One of the greatest Kinks songs. Add it up. Oh, I mean, dude, rocking like punk new wave, kick-ass rock and roll. Not 60s, 80s all the way, baby. They are up to date on this album, and they are rocking. I wish they would have kept going with shit like this. And on the next couple albums, they kind of did. But of course, like the final 2 or 3 Kinks albums, they lose it or something. I'm not really wild about those, but yeah, dude. But here, dude, on this 1981, they're fucking kicking ass. Add it up. Awesome, dude. He's like Cartier, like talking about like a chick buying shit, you know how they do right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Now, Destroyer, side 2, track 2. This song, which is like a Kinks tribute to themselves, where they recycle old Kinks ideas into a new kick-ass song. Awesome, dude. Destroyer. Even though, like Killer's Eyes, you might say, dude, this is rehash, recycled. Here we go again. But they soup it up and with bells and whistles, and it's interesting, dude. And it really rocks. One of the Kinks' greatest songs, really, Destroyer. And Yo-Yo, once again, dude, this song is original. It's not like Destroyer or Killer's Eyes. Yo-Yo, maybe the arrangement gets a little overdone or something, but I love this song, you guys. They could have maybe condensed it down into a 3.5-minute perfect kick-ass rock and pop hard song, hard pop, like Pete Townsend would do. Better than Pete, dude. Come on, the Kinks are better. They don't have Keith Moon and John Entwistle and all that shit, but they're doing kind of like the same thing as The Who, but no, nothing like it. And, but I could see Pete Townsend doing a song like Yo-Yo, like a guy coming home to his wife, just same old shit, round and round, like Dave Grohl probably gets sick of Jordan. He wants to go out and meet a 18 or 21-year-old chick, Yo-Yo. And have a baby with her. He's probably trying to have a son, because he always gets girls. And God's like, dude, girls. Want another girl, Dave. Douche girl. Dude, face it, dude, you're a fucking douche. You don't deserve all the money and women and, daughters. You 3 daughters, you should never talk to Dave Grohl again. Your dad is a fucking loser. He's a disgrace. He really is. I'm talking right to you 3 girls. And you, Jordan. You should leave that fucking guy like a week ago. Forever. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. And back to front. Good shit, you guys. Not one of the best songs on the album. But Art Lover. Awesome, dude. Kind of creepy, kinky, weird. Dude, I don't know. In some weird way, dude, I don't want to go there. I want to keep it a family show, but Art Lover. A little bit of abuse is fucked up, dude. I admit it. That's a trip, dude. One of the best songs on the album, really. That one and Back to Front, but they're just really creepy, dude. When they get creepy, they get really fucking creepy. And of course, Better Things. One of the best Kinks songs of all time, like a My Generation type or The Kids Are All Right like song, or late in their career, you guys, they're still making awesome shit like Better Things, and just all the guys are great here. I'm bummed that it doesn't have the 2 Johns. They're both gone by now. It's got that other bass guy they had for a long time. He was on bass when I saw him at Irvine, But the drummer, Mick Avery's there. And yeah, dude. Give the Sharky what he wants. What an album, you guys. I want you to buy this at iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. August 1981. I was 16 years old. You get a piece of Clark the Shark's teenage years with this album. You really do. Man, what an album. I connected with it. I don't know why at 16, but all my life ever since, I have connected with this album. Like the Who by Numbers, like Who Are You, and like other Kinks albums, like John Lennon or Lou Reed or Bowie or Zappa. I just like good lyrics, good music, good melodies, kick-ass rock and roll. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. I want you to buy this because my phone... 29:44. I only got about a minute left. But if you're a young person and you were born after 9/11, when Mohammed Atta flew those planes with all those other terrorists into the World Trade Center, if you were born in 2004, 20 years ago, I want you to buy the Kinks. I do.